welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. I hope you have been enjoying Escalation Week so far. And if you don't know what Escalation Week is, and by the way, there'll be a video on a Wednesday in the near future where I explain what Escalation Week is. But in case you missed that video, I'm going to define what Escalation Week is in this one. So, to put it to you simply, if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, then you'll know that I like to put Ignited Jet in some of my titles of my videos. And those videos are a bit more wild than the norm. What Escalation Week is not Ignited Jet in a video, but Ignited Jet in a week. And I say that, and I don't put the titles as Ignited Jet 10 or 11 or 12, because it literally happens back to back, and it should be on a string. And as a matter of fact, it's tiny ignitions within those videos that come together in a string to make up Escalation Week. To make up Escalation 2 weeks, which is, I'm thinking this is what is going to happen. But that's what Escalation Week is. It's pretty much like a bunch of miniature ignitions happening throughout videos that come from me dying and getting sick of it. Now you see, in that instance right there, right? Actually, pause. Before we even go on, this is really important. Because I hear gunshots over there, and I'm looking over there, and I hear hella gunshots and hella grenades, since I know that's going on, I'm going to take this opportunity, and I'm going to finish off the locks on the container. Perfect distraction. I did this once before in my... Oh, look at that. 2 really good weapons. I did this once before in my lightweight video on Grontham Valley, where people were saying, Jed, just turn around. There's weapons back there. I'm not going to sell myself short. I heard gunfire going on behind the detector. Not detector. The container. Damn it. The container. And because I know that map so well and where the spawn points are, there are 2 sets of gunshots going off behind the container in my lightweight Grontham Valley video. So because I heard that, I knew the container was open because nobody else spawns over there on that quadrant of the map. Don't believe me? Check out that Grontham Valley lightweight video and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Use that knowledge. I used that knowledge right here in that instant. Just because I heard gunshots behind me, I just knew that the container was open because the 2 guys who were going to come over here ended up fighting each other. And there's only 1 more padlock left in the container. So, might as well finish what that looter started. And yeah. But don't worry. I'm not about to leave. If you will have watched, what's that video called? The Pyromancer? Then you'll know exactly what I'm about to do. And it's not going to be the most effective because the truck is already looted. If not, the truck spawned with a door open. So, nobody's gonna loot it. So now I gotta figure out, where else am I gonna put the booby traps? That's the next part of this encounter. But at the same time too, I'm still gonna loot, still gonna figure out what's going on. Now, with all that being said, we do hear some more gunshots. And I'm over here, and no crows have went off yet. So that just tells me that this side of the map is clear. But also, we heard the gunshots just now, and 2 sets of gunshots before. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure 8 people spawn on this map. So that is 1 person dead from the gunshots we heard just now, 2 people dead from the light machine gun fire that we heard, and I just killed a looter. So that's, 3 out of 8 gone, and then myself is still alive. Assuming that there's 8 people, I don't remember. So there are 4 people left in my opposition. Now, Battery Death is not really a difficult map because everything is so close together. You can pretty much hear somebody anywhere if you listen close enough. But it's raining. As I've always said in my streams, it's an uneven, even playing field. What I mean by that is everybody has the same disadvantage. Everybody has a handicap. Well, a negative handicap. So at this point, it's actually not the best that I'm looted down so heavy right now. Because sound in this game is everything. The heavier I become from all the loot, the more likely I am to leave and or pull off this right here. Crawl just so I can hear everything around me. So, comm station, right? I'm like, okay, pull out the weapon just to be sure, but there's nobody here. And there's a time safe. So, I get an idea. Make the thing overweight. And now that I know comm stations have cooldowns, thank you comment section. And I must say this too, I didn't know that comm stations have cooldowns. Because back in my day, there was only 1 comm station. And it did not have a cooldown. Yeah. So, my plan is this. And it's going to make sense when I explain it. If somebody goes and unlocks that time safe, wouldn't it just be second nature to loot that blue container that's in there? So I'm looking back and I'm like, there should be somebody coming up. It's a time safe. Nobody's hit it yet. But then I get pinged by the real detector near it. Well, not really near it, but going up the hill from it. So maybe that person is going to be more hesitant to go for the time safe. But I hope not. I hope not. So we pretty much did a whole U-turn. We went from the middle of the map to the back of the map. Bottom of the map, my bad. Bottom of the map. And now we're back up to pretty much the same level where we spawned at. But just we're in the middle of the map now. So here's what I'm expecting. I got pinged by the real detector. So wouldn't it make sense for somebody with an LMG who's trying to get the kill 3 Outlanders with the LMG mission done to come and rush me down? And I turned on the voice because, I low-key miss what the woman says when they become a threat. And I want to hear it again. So, let's see what's in this house. Open the window, jump inside. I noticed that door is open, so I put two and two together to realize that house has already been looted. So now we're back out into the rain. Good thing I have a hood on my head. And you know what? I asked my homeboy this when I first started playing this game. Let me ask you all this. What do you think the rain in Vigor feels like? Is it the cold, stinging rain? Or is it the warm summer rain? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But personally, I think it's warm. I think it's, well, then wait a minute, no, it's cold. Because Norwegian and Sweden and cold. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cold rain. But thank God we don't gotta actually experience what kind of rain this is in the game. That'd be, you know what? Pause. Imagine playing Vigor in VR. I'm gonna let that one sink in for a minute. Alright, back to the game. So, I'm approaching the airdrop. It's behind, well, to the right of this hill. Now, the guy who used the real detector, he could be anywhere. He really could. He had to go to the top of the map to use it, and some time has passed since, he used it. And I feel like it's off cooldown now. So I'm gonna use my PSD to only realize that nobody's here. What? Now, don't sit here and think that, oh, let me go ahead and boot up Vigor right now and go on to Batterie Draug, because if I survive long enough, nobody's going to be there. Don't get it twisted. By all means, do not get it twisted. This can happen in the game. The smaller the lobby, the more likely it is to happen. But if there's a large lobby full of teams, it will happen even quicker. Or at least that's what's been going on in my experience. So, there is not much to learn from this encounter, except this. For every encounter you have that will be like, that ends up panning out like this, there'll be 3 encounters where somebody will be camping one exit and waiting for you to mess up. And here's an analogy I just came up literally in the back of my head as I'm recording. Exit campers are the people who go on to Price is Right and they bid $1 and they win. And if you don't know what the Price is Right is, then what kind of childhood did you even have? Rest in peace, Bob Parker. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Until next time, peace.